often celebrate, the towering figures in history, the ones who leave such an obvious mark.
Mm-hmm. The main protagonists, so to speak.
Exactly. But what about those less visible individuals, the ones sort of laying the
The
groundwork?
architects behind the scenes.
Yeah. And today we're doing a deep dive into one such figure, Dadaji Konddev. Maybe not a household name like Shivaji Maharaj, his protege.
Right. But our sources really highlight him as absolutely crucial to Shivaji's development. I mean, he was appointed by Shivaji's father, Shahaji Raje Bhosale.
Right. As administrator, teacher, guardian, that's a lot of hats.
It shows immense trust, doesn't it? So our mission today, really, is to explore how this one man helped shape such a legendary ruler.
Okay, so Shahaji Raje himself, a major figure, he trusts Dadaji with not just his son's upbringing, but also the Pune state, the Jagir, all while Shahaji is based miles away in Karnataka.
It feels very strategic, not just finding a caretaker, but finding the right person.
So what made Dade the right person for this, well, incredibly important job?
I think it's that dual responsibility you mentioned. Shahaji needed, well, an efficient manager for the Pune region. Someone to stabilize it, make it prosper.
Okay, practical administration.
Yes, but just as important, maybe more so, was finding a mentor. Someone who could really, cultivate young Shivaji into a leader. Dadaji clearly had both skill sets.
And it seems he really leaned into that mentorship role. The education Shivaji got under him sounds incredibly thorough based on what we've read.
It really was.
Not just like military drills, but Sanskrit, Mathis, scriptures, administration, plus all the physical stuff, horse riding, swordsmanship.
A truly holistic approach. And it wasn't just about learning facts or skills. Dadaji was actively instilling values.
Values like?
Well, courage, certainly, but also the idea of self-rule, Swaraja, and a really strong sense of justice. That ethical grounding was fundamental.
That makes sense. It's more than just training. It's character building.
Precisely. And this connects to the practical side, too.
How so?
Well, Dadaji didn't just teach in theory. He was also physically rebuilding Pune, which had been devastated earlier.
Right, including the Lal Mahal, where Shivaji actually lived and trained.
Exactly. So Shivaji is growing up watching Dadaji foster agriculture, establish peace, administer justice fairly. He's seeing good governance in action.
Ah, okay. So it's like a living classroom for administration.
Absolutely. It provided a tangible model. Shivaji saw firsthand what responsible rule looked like, how to care for the people. That must have deeply influenced his own approach later.
So putting it all together, we have this comprehensive education, the practical admin experience, the rebuilding efforts, and this deep loyalty.
Unwavering loyalty,
Yeah.
to both Shahaji and Shivaji.
And then comes Dadaji Kondev's death around 1647. That feels like a significant moment.
It definitely was. It marks the point where Shivaji steps up and takes full control himself.
But he didn't just, move on.
No, not at all. What's really telling is the lifelong respect Shivaji showed for Dadaji. He always referred to him as his guru, his guide.
That speaks volumes about Dadaji's impact, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, acknowledging that formative influence throughout his life.
And that legacy, it persists. Dadaji Kondev's name is still present today on schools, public halls in Maharashtra.
Yes, he's remembered as this visionary mentor, sometimes called the silent architect of Shivaji's greatness.
The silent architect, I like that. It really highlights the power of mentorship.
It does. Dadaji wasn't, the warrior king himself, but his dedication, his administrative skill, his shaping of Shivaji's values, it was all fundamental to the rise of the Maratha Empire.
A powerful reminder of how crucial those guiding figures can be.
Absolutely, the profound impact a dedicated mentor can have.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it kind of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? About all those other figures throughout history. The ones like Dadaji Konddev, working diligently, maybe out of the spotlight, but shaping leaders, shaping events.
Yeah, the other silent architects.
Who were they? What other pivotal moments were influenced by guides whose stories maybe aren't told as often? Something for you, the listener, to perhaps ponder.